Bristol-Myers, the makers of Sal Hepatica, famous laxative, and Minute Rub, modern chest rub, brings you Duffy.
Hello, Duffy's, where do you eat meat to eat? Archie, the manager speaking. Duffy ain't here. Hello, Duffy. Well, tonight, Duffy, we really got a big shot. Bing Crosby. Crosby. C-R-O-S-B. Yeah. You know the guy, Duffy, the straight man in the Bob Hope pictures. Yeah, that's right. Bob Crosby's older brother. Yeah, the crooner with the 4 sons. Huh? Was Bing always a crooner? No, he studied singing for 8 years before he found out he couldn't sing. But by that time it was too late. He was too famous to quit. Hey, Duffy, why don't you sell Bing and have an interest in the joint here? No kidding. Well, a guy like that could help us with the labor shortage. Yeah, he grows his own bus boys. Huh? Mrs. Duffy wants to meet Bing? What for? But, Duffy, what could he use her for? She's too big for a sarong and too slow for the track. Huh? Well, I'll talk to Bing about the partnership, Duffy. Okay. So long.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Duffy's. Come on in and meet Finnegan, Eddie the waiter, Miss Duffy, Paul Weston and his orchestra. Our special guest tonight, by courtesy of Kraft, Bing Crosby, and Archie himself, Ed Gardner.
Hey, Eddie, did you hear? Bing Crosby might buy a half interest in this place.
What? Bing Crosby? The one that wears them shirts?
Yeah.
The one with the 4 sons?
Yeah.
The one with them race horses?
Yeah.
He's going to buy a half interest in this place?
Yeah.
I suppose he just don't care anymore.
Listen, Eddie, with good management, this place could show a very nice overhead. Especially with the new floor show that I wrote for Crosby.
Oh, you wrote it, huh?
Yeah, I wrote it. It's going to have the same flavor as his radio show.
He's on the cheese program, ain't he?
Yeah, good, huh? Let's see now. There's Trudy Irwin, John Trot Scotter.
Carp Kempenture.
Yeah, and that Yuki.
Who's going to be Yuki? You?
Oh, no, I'm too statuesque. For the part of Yuki, I got to get a guy that's very short and a little stupid.
What?
Hiya, Finnegan.
Not quite short enough, huh?
No, but he's a little more stupid, so it comes out even. Finnegan, how would you like to be an actor?
An actor? Oh, boy. I got me them. I got you, dear. I got them. Oh, let's sing more. I got
just a minute, Finnegan. Finnegan, calm yourself.
Anything more?
Stop it, will you? Finnegan, look, I don't mean a song and dance man. I mean a comedian.
Oh, comedian? Yeah. Arch, I got a good joke. Why does your fireman wear red suspenders?
Why?
To get on the other side.
Finnegan, I'm afraid your humor is a little too delicate for this show. Everything happens to me. Miss Duffy, will you please stop with that noise?
Well, what's wrong with my voice?
Oh, nothing at all. But how can you yell like that with nobody beating you?
My singing teacher says I have perfect pitch.
Well, you may have perfect pitch, but if you start singing around here, you better learn how to catch. What's this about the singing teacher, anyhow?
Oh, you remember my old singing teacher, Yasha Panyaslavnik.
Good old walk-up one-flight Yasha. I thought he was in the Army.
They wouldn't take him.
Why not?
Punctured eardrums.
Oh. And I'll bet you that you're the one that 4F'd the guy. So he's trying to teach you again, huh?
Yeah, he has a new method now, the OPA method. He says all you have to remember when singing is OPA.
OPA?
Yeah. Open, please, the adenoids. Oh, boy. You just wait till Bing Crosby hears me.
Now, listen, Miss Duffy, when Crosby gets here, if you open one crummy adenoid... Trying to get the guy to buy a half an interest from your father.
Oh, Papa's partner. That's very interesting.
Miss Duffy, he's buying an interest only in a joint. You still belong to Daddy. Besides, the guy is married.
That's the trouble. Papa always has to have partners that are married.
What other partner of his is married?
Mama.
Harry Von Zell. Listen,
Archie.
Talk to me, please, will you, before I completely retain my sanity? Just say anything so it makes some sense, huh?
Well, I know something that makes sense, Arch, a lot of sense.
Then go ahead, Harry, please.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you never know what the morning will bring you, do you? Never know, for instance, when you may wake up feeling dull and headachy due to the need of a laxative. And so it certainly pays you to remember this. When you do wake up feeling like that, it isn't necessary to put off taking that laxative till bedtime, no matter what your plans may be. Simply take Sal Hepatica at once. For then speedy Sal Hepatica brings very gentle relief, usually within an hour. So you can see you no longer have to wait till night to take the laxative needed in the morning, and consequently no longer have to risk going through the whole day feeling out of sorts. And don't forget, this famous saline has an additional advantage.
Sparkling Sal Hepatica also helps sweeten an upset stomach by helping to reduce excess gastric acidity.
So sometime soon, tonight if you can, stop at your drugstore for an economical bottle of Sal Hepatica. Remembering this, caution, use only as directed, then any time you know you need a laxative, morning, noon, or night. See if you don't feel better faster when you take gentle, speedy Sal Hepatica.
Let me see. I got to figure out what this business is worth. Eddie, how many new customers would you say come in this place tonight?
Tonight, let me see. 1, 2, 3. And here comes number 4 on the outside, Bing Crosby.
Out of the money again. Well, Bing, welcome to Duffy's. How do you like the joint here?
Frankly, Archie, it warms the cockles of this peripatetic old troubadour's palpitator to find himself so unostentatiously ensconced within the sacred precincts of this Tanglefoot Emporium. Oh.
He pops out with them syllables like they were sons. Of course, I personally don't mind them big words, but it ain't fair to people who don't understand them, you know?
Like who?
Like you. Well, leave us lay off. Now, if you want to use big words, I'll match your vocabulary. I'll match you anytime.
Okay, Archie, a truce, huh?
Right. Now, how do you like the joint here? Briefly.
Stinks.
You don't have to be that briefly. Well, your old man was down here last week. He liked the place.
Oh, yeah, well, Pop always was a dive man. Old Tanker Crosby, they used to call him. Up in the Northwest. But by the way, he was a little embarrassed, Archie. He says he came away without paying his check.
Oh, well, tell the old gentleman to forget it. We'll add it on to yours. Eddie, get Mr. Crosby a steak. By the way, 20 center. He can afford it. By the way, Bing, your old man was saying how nice you on you. You know, how you all get along.
Leave that congested feeling in your nose and throat.
No need to worry about Minute Rub harming your clothes or linens. It's greaseless and it's stainless, too. So get after your cold symptoms with this nationally famous chest rub that takes only a minute to use, that helps bring such quick relief. Minute Rub, MINITRUB. Minute Rub.
Start the floor show. Miss Duffy, Finnegan, you got your parts?
Archie, I just can't go through with this.
Why not, Bing?
Well, I've read your script, and I don't like to do tragedies.
This ain't no tragedy. Nobody's going to get killed.
You can have 8 to 5.
Look, Bing, don't worry about it. Now, let's go. Ready, everybody? Music, please. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Old Duffy Music Hall. This is your announcer, Ken Archie. And we now present yours truly, Bing, Call Up the Glue Factory, Crosby. Now, take it, Bing, and stick to the script.
Greetings and salutations to the Old Duffy Music Hall, where we gather to. Archie, is that the end of the sentence?
Of course. Wouldn't think of splitting up an infinitive. Continue.
Now that the Yuletide of Christmas is behooving upon us in 3 more semesters, and wherefore which in this Christmas purchasing season of gifts from one's fellow man to another, leave us be mindful in our Xmas shopping of the immoral words of